How's it going, everyone? Liam Catterson here, and we're watching episode number 5 of Volume 7 for RWBY. This is titled Sparks, which I'm assuming it's going to all relate to Sparks of the Rebellion, considering that this looks like it's going to be the episode that we're finally going to meet Robin Hill, who was talked about in episode 2 by the dear loved and always remembered Forrest. But yeah, I'm really excited. The writers have been teasing about this episode big time in the past couple of days, so I'm really excited to see how exciting should I say this episode will be. But if it's anything like the last 4 episodes, then yeah, I'm really excited, because this volume of RWBY has been killing it. I've just been loving every second of it, especially the last episode, which was more of a cool down episode considering we had the action-packed episode 3, but there was still a lot of amazing moments and a lot of energetic moments in I guess a cool down episode, I consider, such as everyone being granted their huntsman licenses, because I have to get that, because last week during editing I was annoyed at myself because I called them hunters, and I was like, come on Liam, you've been watching this for how many years now, get it ingrained in your head, man. But yeah, they got their huntsman licenses. We had a very emotional talk with Ruby and Crow, and Jacques came back. So yeah, there was a lot of energy in an episode that was basically a cool down, I guess a cool down episode if you want to consider it like that. But yeah, I'm really excited to get into this episode. So with that said, let's get into episode number 5 for RWBY Volume 7. This is Sparks. Let's go. No wonder my previous recording of Good Omens looked off. Yeah, I'm doing Good Omens. Just in case anyone who likes RWBY is interested in Good Omens, check out second week of December, yeah. Woo! These headphones feel a bit loose. Ah, Jim. Jim. I'm now noticing the sparks on Harry, so I should have picked up on that. I should have done like a frame-by-frame recap, and I could analyze this scene. No, but I should have done a frame-by-frame recap, and then I would have picked out Harry's a speedster, yay! Harry Allen!
Good morning, Team RWBY!
Penny, what
Team
time
RWBY's
is it
just
even?
sick of Penny
Time to
shit.
be huntresses, of course.
Oh my god, that is so wholesome. Oh,
Eyes up, Huntsman.
poor Jim.
Time to get used to the new normal in Atlas. Your top priority is Amity Tower. That means protecting supply runs from Grimm and bandits, and protecting the site itself.
Oh, they just... I was gonna say, were they the Sphinx?
Diverting all construction resources to Amity Tower means there are going to be gaps in Mantle's defenses against Grimm. They'll need help on the perimeter.
Oh, Lord.
Hey, have you two ever thought about branching out a little? You always pair up, but I don't know if your styles...
Oh, yeah, we're not Ixnay on the branching out, eh? We don't do that.
Really, really good stuff. Yeah,
Exactly.
Single file?
My heart.
There's still plenty to do
we
in
get.
Mantle itself.
Oh my god!
Oh, another casserole.
The,
think you'll
the
find
moms are
everyone
loving Sean!
appreciates
The
having
moms
a
are loving Sean!
It's totally the haircut.
You're of course free to enjoy
It
your
is.
time off as you see fit. Whatever helps you take the edge off.
Oh, the sisters! That's a nice transition, though. Not gonna lie, from
You might
one
not
sister
hear
pairing
Oz
to
anymore,
another.
Oscar, but that doesn't mean we can't try to jog him loose.
What did you have in mind?
The huntsman around you can be an invaluable resource.
That's why they were
if you're
fighting in
willing
the
to pay
intro.
attention.
Have you ever thought about extending your aura?
But make no mistake, school's over. You get to choose what type of huntsman or huntress you are.
Ooh, wow!
Again.
I love this. Oh my god, they're racing! Yes, this is great. I'm loving this. This is a really beautiful. Oh, they're bonding.
So,
I
what's
love
it
it.
gonna be?
I'm not gonna lie. This bit.
Excuse me.
Team Funky, hello.
Come on, Lightning Bolt. Aren't you supposed to be
This is just getting even better. This opening.
Wow, your boyfriend's actually holding his own. Where's all that energy when he's around you?
Oh, an Oscar. It's nice to see these guys return. Ooh! Never let your guard down, especially.
That was amazing! You guys have really improved since the Vital Tournament. And that cute farm boy had a few surprises for us, too.
Kinda awkward.
Well, you really had us on our toes. Thought you had us there for a second. Whew.
Oh, come on. It was way more than a second.
You guys busy? Want to grab some lunch?
Dewey, I could eat a sandwich the size of Cobalt.
Ah, man. We'd love to, but,
Duty calls. Maybe some other time?
No worries. The next time you're free, just let us know.
yeah, next time.
Oh,
Are you gonna go
Miss
get
Flint, Miss Neon, Team
There's
Funky.
still time for sandwiches, right? Not that I'm bored.
Nora
but
needs
Why
to eat.
can't we just
Nora
use
needs to
Snare
eat.
Shift to take these supplies to Amity?
The components for Amity Tower's construction are far too heavy. All that weight would require precious dust we should be saving for the launch itself, and the grim that will come after.
It just makes for long, very long supply runs.
At least the tundra is scenic.
Aw, these penguins. I'm kidding.
Ruby, I just wanted to say how excited I am to be working with you in a professional capacity. As friends,
Oh,
Me too, Penny.
relationships
I love these
are
two so much.
interesting and varied.
Speaking of friends, have you been able to make any new ones? Since, you know,
Now that I'm the official protector of Mantle, I don't really have a team anymore. General Ironwood says I don't have time for friends.
Oh, that's heartbreaking.
how do you feel about that?
I feel like I wish I could do both the things I need to do and the things I want to do. Is that normal?
That's human.
That's about as normal as it gets, Penny.
Everything going all right up there?
Just fine, Uncle Crow.
Where is
Alright, win again.
Oh,
Maybe we should call it quits.
Shut up and deal.
oh my god, my
Your
bad
niece
luck
sure is one
charms
of a
heart.
kind, huh?
They all are.
Or lucky
It's a lot
charms, should I say.
together.
That's a good thing they had someone to look up to and get them through it. Not everyone is so lucky.
I don't know about all that.
I can't help but.
Thanks, by the way, for looking out for them. You and your team.
What good is saving the world without another generation waiting in the wings?
I mean, that's
Hopefully they'll
true.
leave Remnant better than we left it for them.
Once upon a time, I'd have drank to that.
You shouldn't do that, you know?
Don't worry, I gave that up.
I meant deflect a compliment. Those kids wouldn't be where they are without you. You've
Exactly.
had more of an effect on them than you realize.
You're not as bad as you believe.
Uncle Crow.
You are, Crow.
What's going on? Grim?
See, Clover. He
Worse.
needs
You two with
Clover
me.
support,
Penny,
definitely.
Stay put and keep an eye on our 6. We may need an element of surprise.
Affirmative. I will plan for 6 possible outcomes.
Everyone's just like, oh. There was a sheep faunus that was watching the tower.
All right, ladies, time to show them our teeth.
Robin! Well, if it isn't Mantle's hometown hero, is there a reason you're blocking an official military transport?
Clover, I'm so glad you're here. Maybe you can help me understand why this truck that's supposed to be taking construction materials to fix Mantle's outer wall is on its way to the middle of nowhere. Are you lost?
It's pretty easy to get turned around out here in the tundra. Everything looks the same. Thanks for checking up on us, though. We'll be on our way now.
I was hoping you'd play it straight with me. What's Ironwood doing with Amity at the old SDC
Oh, so, like,
line?
I was going to say,
Oh,
do these two
that.
have something?
Just giving her an annual checkup.
The next Vital Festival isn't anytime soon. Only automated drones and a few select Atlas scientists are allowed out here. And Amity's getting invaluable resources we need in Mantle to protect against Grimm. Seems like more than just a checkup.
Yeah, but they can't drop the info.
You've been scoping it out.
We can't fix the wall without the supplies on these trucks. I think Mantle deserves to know what they're being used for. It doesn't have to
Testing
be
times.
difficult. Just tell me.
Seems like they used
I'm
to
going
have
to
a
pass on
past
that.
connection.
How about you, Pipsqueak? 5 o'clock shadow? Either of you
5
wanna tell
o'clock
me why
shadow,
Mantle's
wow.
being put at risk for Ironwood's pet project?
We're trying to help Mantle. We
That's
need.
enough, Robin. As a potential councilwoman, you should probably focus on the election instead of harassing Huntsman. Now, it's time to let us pass.
I think you've misjudged the situation. One way or another, these supplies are going to get where they're supposed to go. Mantle.
Then I suggest you do that through the proper legal channels as a councilwoman, if you get elected.
Oh, if.
Now, where's the fun in that?
Uh-oh. We're doing this!
Robin Hill, I would like to politely ask that you call off the huntresses approaching the rear of the truck.
What? Oh, they... Nice! Good on you, Penny.
All right. Joanna! May!
Invisibility's cheap, you
The
know that.
Protector of Mantle, huh?
Let us through. Please.
She said please. See? Politeness. Always say please, folks.
Robin. Good luck at the election.
Yeah, I'm keeping a note on them too because
That was
they
a
do have
close
that
one, if you're
vibe,
telling
like
me.
they've known each other for some time.
What now?
I want to know why Amity Coliseum is suddenly so important. Whatever it takes.
Oh. This Weiss gonna say, you tried, Weiss.
Your technique still has those maddening, sloppy touches. But you've learned how to make them work for you. You've made them your own.
Wow. That was very close to a compliment.
I didn't intend it that way.
We all make mistakes, I guess.
Oh.
You've grown up a bit, haven't you? You're not the little girl clinging to the family name anymore.
Since Beacon, I haven't really had a choice. Father's view of the world no longer matches with mine.
Whatever the case,
She's come a
I am glad to see
a
you
long
moved
way,
on.
hasn't she?
Distancing myself from the Schnee name is the most beneficial thing I've ever done. We can move forward without him. Together.
Oh, that's
I
really
know General Ironwood would
nice.
have a place for you.
I would be grateful to him if he did. But I'm not sure I could accept.
Really?
It's just... our kingdom isn't supposed to be like this. Fearful and withdrawn. We should be opening our borders to help the world, not closing them down.
We will, though. Once we've weathered the storm, we will. I know the General hasn't done everything perfectly, but he's doing what he thinks is right.
Everybody thinks what they're doing is right.
I was gonna say, like, there's a lot of people who
Usually,
do have
they're
that
just looking out
mindset.
for themselves and their secrets.
Ironwood isn't keeping secrets. Not from me.
Can you be sure?
I was gonna say, how can you be so sure about that? Secrets are secrets for a reason.
Come with me. There's something I want to show you.
I really love seeing a lot more of Weiss and Winter interact, though. Oh, the Winter.
Good afternoon. Feeling better today? Good morning. Would you care for some tea?
Oh shit!
We like hot tea on a cold day. Reminds me of home.
It's Winter Maiden, isn't it?
That's the Winter Maiden.
She could pass any day now. Until that happens,
Winter-
I'm the only person Freya's allowed to see.
And she's gonna.
Ironwood's chosen you to be the next. When she dies.
Holy dang!
How long have you known?
Since Beacon fell.
Doesn't it bother
Oh
you?
wow!
He practically groomed your whole military career.
It did at first, when the General first proposed it to me. But the more I thought about it, the more I saw it as a privilege. A chance to do some real good for Atlas. For Remnant.
But your destiny was chosen for you, without your input.
Perhaps. But I'm choosing it now.
Yeah, she's adjusting to
I've
it.
made my own.
She's
And I take great pride in
thought
it.
of the benefits
That
rather
has
than the
nothing to do with
negatives.
Father or the General. That belongs to me.
Winter,
I guess we've
lovely.
both had to do a little bit of that. Carving out our own way.
Exactly.
I suppose we
It's a really,
have.
really good mindset, like to deflect Weiss's concerns.
Speaking of the family name,
What is he doing?
If I'm elected councilman, I've made it no secret that I will be opposing General Ironwood and his senseless embargo that is crippling all of Atlas. It is my belief that these measures are not only reckless, but criminal. With no shipments allowed to
You
enter or
are
leave,
beyond vulgar, dude.
I know many are suffering, my family has been weathering the same storm as many of you. Effective immediately, I'm forced to shut down all non-essential SDC operations. If elected to office, I will make the changes necessary to fix what Ironwood has broken. I hope you ask yourself before the vote, can you trust anyone else to stop Ironwood? Will Robin Hill be able to get your jobs back?
Here's a hot take. He's the Boris Johnson of Atlas. That's going to be a controversial opinion.
I think Father may have just provided the spark that's going to set this kingdom on fire.
Yep. He has. Here we go. That's what they needed to hear. That's what they... Because you could see Ironwood's soldiers, they are growing that concern because now the spark has... The spark of rebellion has... yeah. I'm just reflecting on what I've just said about Jack, and he's absolutely vulgar. But it's what the people need to hear. That's the thing. That is it, isn't it? It's what the people, like, it's what the citizens at Mantle, they need to hear this to have some hope. And that's the thing. Jacques is playing them into his hands. He's playing the perfect game, sadly. But we'll just have to wait and see, because I do have my own theories that Watts is going to kill Jacques anyways. But by then, by the time that if he does die, it will all the shit show would have already commenced anyway. So yeah. The damage will have been done. So that's the thing. Watts is biding his time until the right time to strike. Until Atlas is in chaos, basically. So yeah. But yeah, that was really good. There was a lot of juicy bits. Winter is going to become the Winter Maiden, which is really, really swell. That's the thing, though. As soon as you saw the Winter Maiden there, who was not in the best of conditions, as was put in episode 2. I kind of had the vibe that, okay, well, I assume that her and Winter have had a lot of interactions, and you have to remember, it's the person you think of gets the power once you pass. So... yeah, I really, really am excited with the prospect of Winter becoming the Winter Maiden. Little on the nose, isn't it? No, in all seriousness, it's a very, very exciting prospect, and I think it's a theory that a lot of people have been optimistic that will happen, which I can't blame them for. It's like I said, it's a really, really I think Winter, especially with what she had to say regarding why she took up the option to become the Winter Maiden. I think it's very appropriate, like, for her to get the Winter Maiden ability, because like I said, she gave out a very valid excuse. I thought with Weiss's concerns, she deflected it really, really nicely. Like, she gave a very valid reason. She looked at more of the benefits rather than the negatives. And this is a very, very dangerous ability, but Winter has chosen to accept this responsibility. So I really, really loved how loved her, like, conviction to why she wanted the power. But yeah, that was really, really good. I loved a lot of moments in that. There's certainly a lot to talk about regarding that episode. But But yeah, that was a really, really spicy episode. I don't know. This might be one of my favorite. I think this is my favorite episode. Just the beginning was very, very beautiful. Especially the nice transitions that we had, and Team Funky returned, which is awesome. Like I really loved that transition from Ruby and Yang battling Grim, and then we went from one pair of sisters to the other with Weiss and Winter. So yeah, I really love some of the transitions. The moms are loving Jean. What's funny is I actually saw a tweet about that, like saying, "Oh, something big's gonna happen." So either Bumblebee is going to be, I guess, official, or the moms are going to be. I thought that I made that comment as a joke. Like I said, I didn't make that comment. I said I'm gonna bet the mobs are gonna be all over Jean. I made that comment though as a joke. So yeah. But hey, maybe it is the hair. I love it. I'm really excited. Oh, I've just realized as well. I've just also realized the significance of Jean escorting children as well. Like, for those who watch it, Camp, David, Jean, kids, Camp, kids. Yes, that's a nice Easter egg. It might be a bit of a stretch, but it's a nice Easter egg that I've just clicked. Holy dang. There was a lot of great moments involved, especially the beginning. I really loved how beautiful the opening was, seeing like everyone try to get resources for Amity Tower. And not just that though, but like their downtime, I guess, as well, because that's like you can do a bit of downtime and whatnot, anything that will help you train better, etc. When we're not helping Amity Tower. So yeah, but it was the character moments as well in this episode. Like I felt like everyone had a bit of light shed on them. Like out of a massive cast as well, like everyone had a lot of nice moments, like from Marrow and Jean bonding, even Team Funky being introduced, Penny. There was a lot of great I really like it. Like, and that's what I really love about the fact that these episodes have been consistently long so far for this volume. We're able to have an episode like this where we have a bit of focus on all of the characters. Even if whether it's small doses like I don't know, the Bumblebee scene, or if it's bigger moments like Penny admitting to Ruby that she wishes she could have more hobbies, it's still really, really good stuff. But yeah, I did have a feeling that Marrow and Jean would bond a bit because they do have kind of similar personalities. They're very, I don't know, they are very like. I wouldn't say eccentric, but they do have that like light-hearted attitude towards towards others. So yeah, and I guess they could be seen as the I guess the joke of the group. Yeah, because Jean was pretty like the butt of the group, wasn't he? Way back when. And same with Marrow. Marrow gets hounded and all of that, you could say. But no, I really love, like, the opening was one of my, like, was a very, very wholesome moment. Seeing Harry and Ruby race each other for just that brief moment was, beautiful. Just because I just love Harry so much. For the obvious reason, she's basically a speedster. What I just really want to see, I know she won't get to the levels of the Flash, for example, but I do want to see Jean amplify her aura, because I just want to see her just go, like, she already does that anyways, but, like, please. Yeah, the opening was great. Team Funky returning was a nice surprise to add in as well, so that was really good, seeing them helping Team Junior out as well. We had Ironwood facing Oscar, which was another case of don't look into the intro too much, because we saw that, like, first time around, and we're like, oh my god, like, are they going to have a clash or something like that? Like, Ironwood is not going to agree with Ozpin or whatever, and yeah. But it was just a little bit of training and all of that, something to help Oscar, I don't know, be like Oz. So yeah. But yeah, it was really, really good, like seeing that montage in the beginning. It was just really good. Yang anger towards the Grim. I have a double meaning for that, but it's not official. It's just like Mara was basically saying, "You two shouldn't be so close," and then she instantly turns to Red, like, "Don't you dare sink the ship." No, but I know it would. It isn't down to that, but we can have a bit of fun with ships. That's the thing. Yeah, it was a really, really good opening. And then we got to confront Robin for the first time, because that, like I said at the beginning of the episode, this episode was going to focus on Robin. I thought she would have a bit more of a presence in this episode, not going to lie, but I'm not complaining because I feel like, I don't know, personally, for me, I feel like we got a lot of juicy information with the tension on keeping this whole thing secret to Robin and co, to everyone, for the time being. There's that moment where you can just imagine this is going to slip, isn't it? Because Robin's like asking why are you bringing? Well, not just that though. Why are you bringing the resources to the tower? She's asked, I think it was the sheep faunus that was in the previous episode, who was indeed scouting for Robin. I need you to find out why they're doing this. So, secrets might not be safe for long. And already at a moment where, like, the heat is definitely rising against Ironwood, as we found out at the end of this episode. Yeah, this is not looking good whatsoever. But yeah, I really loved seeing Robin in this episode being confronted by Clover. I do feel like it could be nothing and it could just be me, so take this as you will, but from my analysis of it and their confrontation, there seems to be a bit of a past between Robin and Clover, because there seemed to be that vibe, especially when there was a couple of instances where I felt like, okay, well, these two are registering like they know each other, more personally rather than, oh, I know you, you're trying to oppose Ironwood. They seem to have a more personal connection. One of the instances was right at the beginning of meeting Robin. Was not Ironwood. Clover was saying, "We just need to be past," and he wasn't straight with Clover, with Robin, should I say? And she was like, "I was hoping you'd be a bit more. I was hoping you'd be a bit more." Straight up with me. So there seemed, I don't know, that kind of did ring the vibe, like, okay, what, as if, like, you were best friends with each other, like, you could, I don't know how to put it, but, I don't think she seems, like, from what I imagine Robin to be, especially from the scene we've got in this episode, I don't know if that would be her natural attitude to just anyone. So, yeah, if you get what I mean. There just seems to be that vibe between the pair. And there was also that bit at the end of their encounter with Clover wishing Robin well on the upcoming election. Yeah, that was another sign of... okay, do these two know each other? Because whilst Robin is the opposing factor to Ironwood, he still has respect for her, it seems. Like, he could just not make with that comment, because of the fact that he is obviously siding with Ironwood. So I wouldn't go as far to say they might have been in a relationship or siblings. I wouldn't go to that far because, like I said, this could just be me looking too much into things. But they do have a pretty relaxed connection. So yeah, I do feel so bad for Penny though, asking if wanting more hobbies is normal, and that she's so restricted because she's this protector of mantles. So yeah, I thought that was a very good scene with her and Ruby discussing. So yeah. And as well as another great scene in that moment was Clover inspiring Crow. Like, I know people are a bit wibbly wobbly with this, with the idea of shipping these two. Whether you believe he's a traitor or if for any other agenda, I just couldn't help it though. Like, I couldn't help have my heart scream, especially when he was like saying, "Don't deflect a compliment because you're more like in layman's terms, you're more better than you think you are." It's good to see that Crow confirmed that he was no longer drinking, but yeah, I mean, I really loved that scene, and whether it does happen or not, I wouldn't be fussed either way. It would be great to see some male LGBT representation. Apart from that, like 2 seconds we got at the beginning of Volume 5, as well as the fact that they do have some really nice chemistry with each other, and the saying opposites attract. So yeah, but like I said, I wouldn't be phased whatsoever if it doesn't happen or whatnot. But it is really great to see Clover becoming more of a light for Crow, because he gave him well, he didn't just give him a few compliments back in episode 3, but he also gave Crow this perspective that maybe I can finally catch a break, because now I have someone who can, like now I can, I don't know, partner up with someone who is, well, who can not just, I don't know, balance things out with my semblance, but also, he seems to give off some really nice words, and they're very comforting. So it is great that Crow is having someone to I guess confide to. So yeah, because he's saying to him, don't beat yourself down too much, buddy, because you really are, you've helped these kids. You're way better than you're way less of a crutch to others than you think you are, in my opinion. So it was really nice for Clover to have that bit of admission to Crow. But yeah, we also had a bit of info regarding Winter, because now she's being groomed as the next Winter Maiden for when Freya, that's her name, yeah, for when Freya passes. I really liked the conversation regarding how Ironwood decided you can be our next Winter Maiden, like straight from Beacon, and from the Fall of Beacon, should I say, and Weiss didn't feel comfortable about that, especially with the fact that she feels that Winter's journey was paved for her, and that she had no choice in the matter. But then we have Winter come around and say, I accepted this. I looked at the benefits of this, and I want to protect Remnant. Yes, it seems a bit shaky that, yeah, Ironwood did, I don't know, pave my destiny without me making my own. But I guess it's like Buffy in Buffy the Vampire Slayer, because she didn't really have a choice anyways. And like watching Becoming Part 1, where one of the Watcher people was like, okay, you're the new Slayer. Like, she was thrown with that bit. And Buffy, as we saw in Becoming Part 1, struggled. So she had that responsibility thrown on her. And then in season 1, and I guess a bit of season 2 as well, she struggled with the idea of accepting her responsibility, her destiny as Slayer. And where I'm currently at with season 3, she has now kind of accepted the Slayer responsibility. She realizes, I can do a lot of good. So, yeah, I kind of see that kind of parallel there with Winter accepting that destiny. Yes, it sucks. Like it kind of sucks that I didn't get the chance to decide my own destiny and someone determined it for me. But after thinking some things through, I realised the good it can bring. So, yeah, I really loved that explanation from Winter. And I really loved Weiss as well, before they did go to confront the Winter Maiden. Where she was, I wouldn't say lecturing Winter, but she was giving Winter a word of caution regarding her trust in Ironwood, with Winter saying he's doing the right thing. As difficult as things can be, I do value him. And Weiss said that everyone thinks they're doing the right thing. It's that everyone is the hero in their own story rule. Everyone thinks they are doing the right thing, and she even said it best herself. Some people are just really in this for themselves. But that's the thing. Weiss brings up a really good point on how sure she can be. Because, yeah, Ironwood trusts Winter the most, I think it has to be said. That doesn't mean that she knows every single detail about him. So I'm glad that Weiss is throwing Winter this caution, saying, yeah, you might have so much faith, but just watch your corner, sister, because especially, she's going to have a lot more concern, surely. Like, even though Winter had some wise words to kind of deflect Weiss's concern, surely it's not, surely Weiss is not going to let the ball drop. Surely she's going to, if anything, extend that concern. Like, she's already concerned about the fact that she does trust Ironwood, with so much thought that she can be, I don't know, seen as naive, not seen, with the fact that he's doing the best he can, and everyone thinks they're doing the best thing at the end of the day. And now she's been told, okay, well, I'm going to be the Winter. I was going to say the Winter Soldier, not Bucky, but no, I'm going to be the Winter Maiden. And yeah, like I said, that's only going to, if anything, elevate more concern. I feel like, despite what Winter has to say, because I really loved what Winter had to say regarding her responsibility and accepting being the Winter Maiden. And as well, we had Jacques at the end, shutting down jobs and baiting the people in Mantle, because he's saying Ironwood has deprived you from your jobs, and I've had no other choice but to shut down the non-essential SDC operations. So if you elect me and reverse this damage, problem can be solved, surely. So he's doing it. He's baiting the people so much, and I just really have bad feelings about him. But yeah, this was a stunning episode for RWBY. I really enjoyed going into this episode. Like I said, I thought it was the best episode this volume so far, for me personally. I just loved how a lot of characters had a little touch, a little focus, from small moments to big moments. We had some really nice reveals regarding Winter being the Winter Maiden, for when Freya passes, and yeah, our first introduction to Robin as well was a very, very nice encounter, but this was a glorious episode for RWBY, so yeah, is it next Saturday yet? But until then, I will see you guys next time. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. You can check the videos on the right if you want to check out more of my content. You can also subscribe to my Meaty Beats and channel if you want to. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. Hope you guys take care, and I will see you guys next time. Toodles!